Welcome back to Cradle to Chaos.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. We've had a week of sickness though.
Oh my gosh, same. What's going on over there?
Well, not much at our house, but Adam's entire family tested positive for COVID.
And you
Like
were just with them?
everybody. Well, only a couple of them. And then over the weekend, Lainey was so tired. Like we couldn't get her up. She slept literally all day.
Oh my gosh, we've had days like that. Wait, all day?
Like she would, it was so hard to get her out of bed. She like came into our bed and went back to sleep. And then she like kept falling asleep on the couch. And like everywhere she went, she just kept saying, I want to go to bed.
Oh
Just
my
like,
gosh. Which you know something's wrong when your 3-year-old wants to sleep
yeah. So we COVID tested,
willingly.
yeah, we COVID tested her yesterday, but she was negative for COVID and both flu. So I don't know.
Really?
And then she kind of bounced back. So I don't know.
I'm kind of shocked that she was negative.
Yeah. Well,
That definitely seems like a positive thing. I've had days like that or like mornings where like Millie would get out of bed and I would move her to the couch and she would fall right back asleep. And by that, I mean, it's happened like once, but I was very concerned.
I mean, Lainey was like standing in the kitchen, just like staring off into space. And I said, What's wrong? And she said, I want to go to bed. It's like,
Oh my gosh.
we took her upstairs and she just like went to sleep. Like, okay, this is not normal.
That is so weird.
There's so
Oh
much going around at our school. We got 5 notices of different illnesses today. And we're like, cool.
no.
It's, it tracks right after Thanksgiving and.
It tracks this time of year, especially like with the weather change and whatnot. Yeah, it definitely tracks, but still that sucks.
Yeah.
Millie just has a whole bunch of like cough, congestion, runny nose
Yeah.
situation.
Lainey does too. Like
Which
Chloe's
always
actually fine, but
well,
well,
that's good. Well, I'm 30 weeks pregnant and I've reached the point of pregnancy where doing anything is a chore.
hmm
Standing hurts, walking hurts, just existing, honestly,
hurts.
hurts. Just everything hurts and I'm dying. I'm just gonna say that every episode. You know what's super weird though is like I don't know like where the baby is or like what she's doing, but like my side, like she keeps like kicking over on my like right side, like really far over. And I
Uh-oh.
never had any of that with Millie because she was breech. So her head was
Mhm.
up here and her feet were down there.
Gotcha.
But like I never felt this much with Millie. I think because she had IUGR or whatever, but like I don't know. It's like the weirdest thing. Like she's literally kicking my side and it's
Yeah.
like it's so
Chloe,
weird.
Chloe always hung out on my right side constantly.
Really?
hmm
See, I was like shocked when it happened. I was like, wait, that's not the baby, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wait, is that just like a twitch?
There'd be some days I'd feel her like simultaneously on both sides. I'm like, are you doing the splits? Like, what's happening in there?
Literally. Or she's just like stretching like arms up and legs
Yeah.
down. Oh my gosh, my dog is like underneath my desk trying to get to all his toys in a bin. He just knocked over all of it. Don't know if you heard that.
I didn't.
Nobody in my family can leave me alone. Listeners, when we first got on, Matt was sitting here, Millie was sitting here, the dog was sitting here. Nobody knows how to leave moms alone, I don't
Oh,
think.
a true statement. Yeah.
I think we're just the center of the universe, which is fine, which is great sometimes.
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 All right. Do you have a good tantrum?
I
We always
do. I
rely
have
on you.
Yes, I have two little mini tantrums.
Okay.
The first tantrum is I do not know the last time Millie wore pajamas. Like I just don't. She literally goes into her closet every single night and picks out another outfit to wear to bed.
I love that.
So it's
Just
like,
wants to
and
look good no matter what she's doing.
yeah, you just never know what could happen at the middle of the night. There could be a party or something, you know? So she goes into her closet and gets out like another dress or, well, it's always a dress. So I'm kind of thinking of it like, oh, well,
Yeah.
nightgowns are kind of
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah. Except it's like tulle, you know?
It's-
Like, as long as she doesn't put her like dance recital dress on or something, because that's like stiff. I'm like,
yeah.
okay,
That's
whatever. I don't care.
on Saturday when Lainey wasn't feeling well. She still wanted to dress up like Elsa, even though she like didn't feel good. So she slept in her Elsa costume all day.
Okay. Well, that probably was not very comfortable, but I
Whatever.
don't think kids care at
Mm-mm.
all.
No, not at all.
So that's been fine, I guess. And you know what? Sometimes it's fine in the morning. So I'm like, you want to go to school at night? You can go to school at night. I don't care. You've worn it for like 8 hours to sleep. Um, and then my second tantrum is just something she's been saying lately. Um, she learned the word dangerous. And so if she doesn't want to do anything, she'll say, "No, no, that's dangerous."
Love
So
that.
anything. I went to kiss her goodnight the other night and I was just like doing like annoying kisses. She goes, "Mama, you can't kiss me. That's dangerous." So anytime she doesn't want anything or she wants us to stop doing something, that's dangerous.
That's amazing.
Yes. Very funny. What about you?
So I have one tantrum for Lainey, and it is actually from yesterday when we COVID tested her. We were like trying to talk her through it. We were like, it's not gonna hurt, but you're not gonna like it. It's gonna feel weird.
It's not pleasant.
She's had a million COVID tests, but like not being this old. She hasn't had one in a long time.
Yeah.
And so we're like talking her through it. We're like, it's just like what mommy and daddy used to clean their ears. Like it's just a swab. We're letting her like hold it and look at it. And she was like, you do it first. I'm like, that's not how this works. Like
Uh,
I can't.
yeah.
And so we were like, yesterday we had reservations to go see Santa. And we were like, Lainey, we can't go see Santa if your nose is sick. We have to check your nose to make sure it's
Oh, your
okay.
nose.
And she we she like tried for a second, but then like the minute I put it up there, she like freaked out. So Adam literally had to like hold her down and I had to hold her head.
Ugh,
We had to like make it happen. And then you have to go in both nostrils and it was a whole thing.
it's terrible.
So that was her tantrum. But then it was hilarious because ever since we did that, she's been fine.
Yeah.
It was like we like traumatized her into being better.
And she's like, I will never be sick again, so
Like
you
I'm
never have to do
done.
this again.
But like she even on Saturday, she had a little fever. Like she never got over 100, so it was very low. But yeah, she literally like started acting normal right after that. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
okay.
You swept the COVID right out.
I guess we just like
That's
took
what those tests really do. Wouldn't that be amazing?
um, so that's all I got for tantrums. I'm sure I have more. I just didn't write them down.
No, yeah, I get that. Um, all right. So for my treat, Millie learned her last name, and it's just the cutest thing ever because she goes, "Hi, I'm Millie Horner." The way she says it is just so freaking cute. And she wants to play school all the time, which is really cute. And she's always like, "Mama, you're the teacher." And then like I'll be like, "Hi, I'm teacher mommy," or what teacher, I'll just make up a name or something.
Yeah.
And then she goes, "I'm Millie Horner." It's the sweetest.
You have to record her saying that.
I will, I will. It's so cute.
Oh my
She
gosh.
just learned it like last week and I love it.
I actually have three treats, but they'll be really quick. This first one was a treat turned tantrum. I actually made a TikTok about this, and I know you saw it. But I took Lainey to the store. We wanted to pick out more decorations for outside. And so we went to this like craft store and they are like all decked out in Christmas. And we walked in and I couldn't figure out what Lainey was so excited about. She kept saying, Mommy, look at all the graham crackers.
When you said that, I thought she meant like gingerbread.
I was like, oh, that would make sense. But I was like, what are you talking about? And then she was pointing at it and she was trying to say nutcracker, but look at the
So funny.
crackers.
Graham cracker. Yeah, I
Oh,
thought you were saying like gingerbread houses or like the gingerbread men, you know?
no, it was really cute. And then
That's so funny.
after that, I accidentally bought an empty box without knowing it. We got this decoration. We brought it home. I went to unbox it and the box is empty. I had purchased the display box. So had
Did
to,
it feel light when you picked it up?
so sort of, but they're not like super heavy. Like they're very light. They're like hollow things. And when I looked at
Oh,
the stakes for them were still in there, so it wasn't completely empty. Like I could hear like rattling in the box.
okay.
I'm
It
not
just didn't have the actual
sure.
decoration.
So I just swallowed my pride and take that back. But
Oh my God, that's actually hilarious though. You'll never make that mistake again.
oh gosh. And then Chloe, so Lainey's been sick for a little while now, so she's like constantly blowing her nose. And so Chloe has picked up on like what blowing your nose means. So
No.
she'll go and get a tissue and she'll like put it on her face and then she goes, she like blows with her mouth and it's so cute. Yesterday,
That's
when
so
I was
cute.
getting the girls ready in the morning, Chloe took the tissue and like put it on Lainey's nose and went,
Oh, like this is what you do.
and then last but not least, last night, Chloe peed on the body. Like it was just a little tinkle,
What?
but she sat down and like she like kept looking in the potty and then like saying all done and standing up and I was like, come on, sit down for like a little bit and then it like started to sing and I was like,
She literally did it. Oh my God, she's gonna be potty trained before Millie.
she hasn't done it since, but
That's still
I
amazing.
think it was just a fluke, but I was like at first I was like, is this thing broken? Like what is going on?
Why is it singing?
Yeah, but she
Dude, if
like,
she actually did get potty trained, like that would be amazing.
oh sure, but that's a little ambitious.
Lofty,
I'm
lofty of a
not even
goal.
like it's just whenever she sees it and she wants to sit on it. Like I'm not even like, oh my God,
Trying,
I
yeah.
don't care. But she's like she's
Yeah.
much more independent at her age than Lainey was. Like just like wanting to do
Second
more.
kid.
I know. And today that's what we're talking about is independence. And I kind of broke mine up into a couple different baskets. So I broke it up in things that like we're trying to get them to do on their own, and then things that like they want to do on their own that are kind of annoying.
Yeah. And how to know my biggest problem with this topic is I don't know like where to draw the line sometimes. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh, you
And
totally.
yeah, and then sometimes I'm not consistent about it,
Yeah,
which
it's
I think
hard
is a huge issue.
because it depends. Am I in a rush or not?
Exactly. Like, yes, you can put your shoes on today, but later, like when we need to be out the door for something, you can't put your
Yeah.
shoes on yourself.
If you want to
Like,
put on your shoes in a timely manner, then go for it. But
right, exactly. Like, I don't feel like I'm super consistent. I feel like that's really hard as a parent.
yeah, that's the first thing I wrote down is it's really hard to let them do things at half the speed when you're in a rush. Like, it's just
Exactly.
like, you can do it faster, it's just going to be done. And you're like, sometimes I just truly don't have the time to let
Yeah,
them be a kid.
exactly. And it's like, it's just in the mornings when we're getting ready for school and getting ready for work. Like, that's really the time I'm just like, you can't do these
Yeah,
things. Like, I
like five
try,
days out of the week.
yeah, exactly. Just 5 days out of the week for like an hour in the morning, you
Right.
know? Like I could get us up earlier and, let her do all the independent things, but
No, it's too much.
it's too
But
hard.
whether I like intervene or not, it still almost always leads to a meltdown because they
Yeah.
also feel like they're not doing it fast enough. So they get frustrated. At least Lainey does. She like loses it and she'll start to cry. And I'm like, girl, take a deep
Yeah.
breath and try again. But if you're not
Yeah.
willing to do that, I will do it for you.
We get that with socks a lot because socks are really hard to put on herself. But
Mhm.
like she'll do all of her shoes by herself. It's like socks that really frustrate her. But
For
yeah, she
me, it's
gets
her
like
skirt.
throws it
Like
down.
she always goes, I can't find the head hole.
The head hole.
Or she'll put it on upside down. So she'll put
Yeah.
like the part that goes around her neck, like around her waist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Millie does that too.
Yeah.
Or she'll try to put on like undies and she'll put both feet in the same hole.
She's also put on a shirt as pants on accident once, and that was a whole thing.
That gets stuck pretty
Yeah.
easily. But
Yeah.
we've all been there.
Totally. Yeah. After a long night.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, college. Who didn't do that in college?
So, what are some things that not Chloe's mine. What are some things that Millie wants to do on her own now that are hard to let go of for you?
Okay, so one very specific moment, she really enjoys doing things in public on her own.
Okay.
And obviously, that's not going to fly with me. So, like, for instance, we were at the zoo and we were like eating lunch on like a picnic table, and there was a garbage can, probably like, I don't know, 10 feet away. So it wasn't far. And she wanted to go like throw the trash away all by herself, didn't want anybody to go with her. So for that, like that's fine because I can see her. I could stay seated at the table and like she was like, obviously right there. But like we were at the store the other night and she was playing, it was Dick's Sporting Goods. So she was playing with one of these like little like T-balls that was like soft. And eventually I was like, okay, like we need to go put that back. And she's like, I do it, Mama. You stay here. You stay here. And she kept telling me to like stay. And she wanted to go to the aisle by herself, the aisle that I could not see. So I was like, okay, like this is where I like don't know where the line is because I'm like, I want her, I'm so happy that she feels like empowered to like be independent and go put this toy away and like, clean up her mess, things like that. But like at the same time, like I don't want you wandering a store where I can't see you. It was
Yeah.
like 3 aisles away, but still, it's like far
Gosh.
enough that I can't see you, and I don't like that.
Yeah, no, that would
So,
freak me out. I definitely don't have that issue because Lainey's not that brave. She
oh,
is so timid that like she
mm.
doesn't have that yet.
Yeah, Millie's like wants to do everything on her own. Like
That's great.
doesn't think she needs us
Well, that'll
at
come in
all.
handy once the second one comes along.
Yeah, yeah, it will. She wanted to drive the car the other day, you know.
Well,
Um,
that would really come in handy.
so basically I just like fake it. I'm like, okay, I'll stay right here. And
Yeah.
then like I'll like tiptoe behind her, but like she turns around every 3 seconds. Mama, you stay there.
She's like, I'd see
So
you coming. Yeah, that's a
yeah.
hard one. I don't think I would feel comfortable with. I mean, we just live in a scary world. That's all.
Oh yeah, never want her out of my
I
sight
I
ever.
would do the same thing. I'd be like tiptoeing behind her, like peeking behind aisles.
Yeah. Like I want you to be independent, but at the same time, I need you to be safe.
Yeah. Lainey's biggest thing right now is getting dressed on her own, like head to toe. She wants to do the whole thing,
Really?
which is so great. So, but it takes
Yeah.
so long. So I have started to, because I used to just sit there with her. And so now I don't do that anymore. She gets up in the morning, she goes potty, and I bring her her clothes, and then I go get ready. And I tell her, like, if you need help, you can bring it in my room. And that's worked really well.
Nice. So you give
So,
her time and her space to figure it out.
and I'm also using my time wisely.
Yeah,
So,
actually,
like,
that's like
I
a
can get,
win-win-win.
yes.
Be
Other,
like, and now go get your sister dressed.
yeah, for real. We, she's also obsessed with with the, we talked about this a little bit. She wants to buckle the chest clip on her
Yep.
car seat.
Yep.
God forbid I do it. And I
Dude, we had to
forget
get
to let
out
her
of
do
the
it.
car so she could do it. Like, start it over.
It's like, so I unbuckle it so she can rebuckle it. And like she wanted to turn the light off and I turned it off, she'll turn it back on. So
Oh,
turn it back.
don't even get me started on lights. Oh my gosh. Yeah, when we walk in the bathroom, Millie has to get her stool. Millie, do it. Millie, do it. Millie, do it.
Yeah, it's
She'll even talk to Alexa, tell Alexa what to do. Like, oh
um,
God.
there's only been a couple times that Lainey has successfully told Alexa what to do.
Yeah, it's more like
She's not loud enough.
Wexa, Wexa.
Don't set mine
It
off.
doesn't, yeah, I don't need you right now.
But it is kind of these things are making the morning routine a little bit easier because she can also brush her teeth by herself. And she does a pretty decent job. Like I'll come back in and I'll like go over like the hard to reach areas, but in the morning I just say like go potty and go brush your teeth. Like she gets her toothbrush, she
Yeah,
puts the water on, she puts the toothpaste on, like she brushes her teeth all by herself,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is great.
yeah,
So that one's actually been helpful. And like other things like feeding her dogs has been helpful too,
yeah.
like little things like that. But like now she only wants to do it about half the time. Like I'm not
I
gonna
feel like,
force her to do it, but
yeah, I feel like with Millie, if she were to do that, I'd still have to supervise, you know? So
yeah,
like none of these independent things are actually like helping me at all, but like it's, I'm fostering that trust in her,
for sure.
um, which
I'm
can
willing
be
to
very
let
challenging.
her try,
Yeah. Like I
but
still have to be there and it would be faster if I did it,
mhm,
but I'm trying to like praise her efforts
yeah,
and,
it,
like
it is
I
really
want
funny.
her to want to do these things on her own
Like
and you
I want
can't be
to
perfect.
want to do the dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny to watch Chloe with Lainey too because like it's been Lainey's job to feed the dogs for a while now, like when she wants to do it, and now Chloe does it. But when Chloe does it, it's literally like she takes the scoop and gets like two pieces of dog food and like goes back and forth for so long, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like you have to be so patient.
Lainey can actually get like a full scoop and like
Yeah.
be done with it, but yeah,
No, Millie's like the two pieces for sure. It's hard because like for Millie right now, like I have to like for like zipping her jacket up, for instance, like she wants to zip her coat up herself, but I have to get the zipper started, you
yeah.
know? So it's like I'm still very heavily involved, but she's like trying to, she wants to do it. It's just not physically possible at this point.
Lainey just recently mastered putting on her gloves by herself and like being able to get all the
That's
fingers in the right
hard.
area.
I
And
can't even do that half the time.
she used to get very frustrated with it to the point where I was like, you're not allowed to do this anymore because I
Yeah.
get a little
Mittens it is.
from. Yeah, you're wearing mittens for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But she find like when we went and bought her like big girl gloves and she's like got it all figured out. Like she can blow
That's
her own
awesome.
nose now, which is nice, especially when she's sick and she has to do it every 45 seconds.
Oh yeah.
They're like, my nose is still running. I'm like, okay,
Yep.
go get a tissue. Go get a tissue. You can do this.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
I think that's like a good like note to remember though is like praise the effort, not just when they're successful, you
Yeah.
know?
Also,
Like
that's it's hard. Also, I
yeah.
would do a lot of thanks for trying.
Yeah, like we're dealing with this like potty training a lot. Like she doesn't this girl, I don't know if she's ever gonna be potty trained. She just like has no interest. But like whenever she does like try to go, I'm always like, thank you for like trying. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Like even if she wasn't successful and like you know, there's a handful of other tasks that she like tries to do and like kind of half does them, but it's always
Yeah.
like, oh, like thank you. Like you tried.
Yeah.
A for effort.
Chloe is like so independent and she throws a killer tantrum when
Mm.
she doesn't get to do things on her own. So like she really wants to put on her shoes. Girl can't
Oh,
she can't put on her shoes. Like she's
no.
just not there yet. But like the second that I take her shoe and try to put it on, she like throws her body on the ground. So that's really fun.
Oh God.
She really wants to use her fork and spoon, and most of the time she does great, but
Oh.
it makes dinner take like literally an hour because
Oh, for sure.
now she doesn't want to use her hands, and I'm like, girl,
Now I'd be like, can you just use your hands?
yeah, just like shovel it in there. Let's get
Yeah,
this road.
right. I'm surprised she doesn't want to shovel it in.
She used to, and then she like figured out that Lainey uses a fork and spoon, so now she wants to do it, and it's just the whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
She always wants to get in the bath by herself now. She won't let us put her in the bath, but most of the time when she's ready to get in the bath, she's still fully clothed, so that's fun. I'm like, girl, you have, and like I'll like stop her and try to undress her, and she's just like trying to like dive headfirst.
Yep.
Girl,
They
stop.
like don't understand.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll try to like carry her up and down the stairs, and she literally leaps out of our arms because she wants to do it by herself. Like
Oh
she
my
wants to
God.
climb up the stairs, she wants to go down the stairs. Like you'll be holding her, and she goes like pushes herself off of you because she wants to do it by herself. I'm like, oh my God,
Oh my gosh. She is like the opposite of Lainey.
could not be more opposite. And then the last one I had for her is she loves to throw things away in the trash. And most of the time it is really helpful because we can be in like another room and be like, can you
Yeah.
away? And she'll do it.
It's my favorite thing.
But she also throws away things that are not trash. So
That's
something
not great.
something that we've recently encouraged Lainey to start doing is after meals, she has to clean up after herself. So she has to, like, whatever food's left on her plate, she has to put in the trash and she has to put her dishes in the sink. Like, she just, like, she's old enough to
Nice.
have to do it. They do it at school. She can do it at home too.
Do they really?
And so now Chloe wants to clean up after herself, but like everything goes in the trash. She just like takes her cup and throws it in the trash, and her plate and her fork and like everything goes in there.
Just get her like disposable everything.
Like sometimes I don't see her do it and I like notice it later. I'm like, oh my God, good thing I didn't put anything on top of this.
Oh my gosh, so you have to like go through your trash every night before after she goes to
No
bed.
way.
What did she throw away today?
Do you have things that you're trying to encourage Millie to do that she hasn't quite like mastered yet?
Potty.
True.
Other than potty training, not really. Like she's really, really wants to be independent. Like she wants to do all of the things on her own. So we haven't really had to like encourage it too much. Like it's kind of she's kind of like Chloe in that way. Like she just like wants to do the things.
Okay.
Um,
The
I
one
mean
thing,
like cleaning up toys, of
yeah.
course. I would love if she would like take initiative and want to clean up toys. I will say it's gotten a lot better since we
Okay.
learned the cleanup song.
Okay.
But otherwise, I mean, just little things like that. Like she brushes her teeth on her own. She won't brush her hair, which is a huge thing because she won't let me brush her hair either. So nobody's brushing her hair,
Got it.
which I don't love. I would love if she would want to do that.
Yeah. What if you bought her
Um,
a very special brush? We
I should
Lainey,
try that.
Lainey didn't want to brush her own hair until we got her an aerial brush, and now all she wants to do is brush her hair.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Get her a Moana brush.
Yeah. Is that what she? Oh, you guys saw the movie, didn't you? Was
Yes,
that
we
her first
did. Oh
movie?
yeah, that's like a
That was,
milestone for both of
that
us.
was Lainey's first movie too. She did so good. I'm so glad we brought her little headphones in because
Yep. Movies are loud.
yeah, they're super loud and we let her like go without them at first and like waited to see if she said something and it didn't take long at all where she was like, this is too loud and she wore them the whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's like, yeah. I I think movies got louder.
It was very loud. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Millie did not wear hers like a lot. I was waving at Adam. I see him in the background.
Brittany says hi. He can't hear you. Headphones.
Oh yeah. Um, but yeah, I was glad we brought them too.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Um, okay, what am I encouraging Lainey to do? We already talked about cleaning up after meals and brushing her teeth and like that's just doing well. Something that we struggle with, and I think it's getting better, but and this is gonna sound really bad, but having her wash her hands every time she goes potty,
Yeah, that's hard.
like in and out of the bathroom so fast, and we're like, "Did you wash your hands?" And she'll be like, "No,"
Mhm.
and like she'll go back and do it. But that's one that we have to be like you said, very consistent about. But since she like goes totally on her own, sometimes
Yeah.
I know that she went, so I can't remind her.
Yeah.
So that's one. And then
Yeah.
new that I started that you actually suggested that I do, and I took your advice,
Oh my gosh.
and it's sort of helped. But I've been having Lainey help me pick out her clothes for the week on
Oh,
Sunday.
good.
And
Yeah.
so I always start off like when we're getting ready every morning because it's always a tantrum. Like, I don't want to wear that. I don't want to wear those shoes. I don't want that underwear.
Yep.
It's like, remember, you picked this outfit out.
Yeah.
It works. Sometimes it doesn't, but
Right. It's a double standard. You picked it out, so you should
I,
want to wear it.
that was a whole week ago by the time we get to Friday. So,
Oh my gosh, I know. I have to give like two choices every morning or else it doesn't go super well.
mm. Yeah. Well, sometimes the girls' outfits are coordinated, so she doesn't get a choice.
See, I don't think that like I'm like excited to do that, but I don't know if it's gonna fly with Millie. Like she's so picky.
She's gonna have to figure it out. Maybe
Only
she'll be
those
excited to
dresses.
match her sister. Lainey always is. She'll be like, we match.
Yeah. Oh, I did get her a potty training watch. So it's like the little watch that they wear that like does wheels on the bus every 30 minutes. And it looks like an Apple Watch. And Matt has an Apple Watch that he wears. So I was like, it's like, oh my gosh, like you guys are twins. And she like ate that shit up. So
There you go. Maybe that'll
maybe
work.
she will enjoy matching. She won't, but I got us matching pajamas for Christmas and she will not wear them.
She will. She might be in tears and she might be tearing them off of you, but you'll get a picture.
Yeah. Just do it for the gram.
Come on. Um, for Chloe, things that we're trying to encourage her to do, we're trying to encourage her to talk more. Like she's been using the same word for everything. She learned the word that. So now that's what everything is. She'll just like point to something and be that. That. Like she wants that. No one we're like, this is X, Y, and Z. Like say the word because she has so many.
Oh,
She's just like being lazy about it.
yeah.
But she's
Yeah.
kind of like getting over signing and talking more. But like she has these cute little antics. Like instead of saying please, she says me. So we'll be like, say please. And she goes, me. It's cute, but we're trying to get her to
Oh,
like talk with a little bit more purpose. But um
yeah.
other than that, like she is like so
Does she still sign pretty regularly?
not real. Like a like please, mostly just please or more. But yeah. But I think the
Yeah.
moral of the story is
She'll
you
get there.
well, I just mean in general, like you have to let them do it, but it's so hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. If you know it's going to take 30 extra minutes, you have to do it.
Yep. Eventually it will pay off.
And it will pay off. I mean, some of the things already are paying off, and we've seen that firsthand. So,
That's true. That's true. I guess. Yeah. All right. Do you have
yeah,
anything else?
it's hard. No, I think we covered everything.
All right. All right. Well, we
Okay.
will tackle it. You guys will hear from us. Our next episode is going to drop on New Year's Eve.
What?
So you might not hear
Happy
it
New
in
Year.
2025. Yeah. So we appreciate you all for
That's
listening.
crazy.
As always, thank you so much. We have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram, we have all of the things. Yes. Thank you so much.
All of them. All right. You're doing great, Mom Besties. We'll talk to you next